Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're doing another 3 marker challenge. Wait, where are my markers? Oh, here we go. Today we're doing another 3 marker challenge. So I really enjoy doing these. I like challenging myself, and I've been really into experimenting with color, so it just seems like a perfect challenge to do right now. So today I'm using my touch-only twin markers from Banggood, and basically these are the ones that I had here in Portugal, so I'm going to be using these. And they're the broad and fine tip knot brush pens. I am going to now close my eyes and pick out 3 different markers randomly. You guys know the drill. And then I'm going to basically create a piece using those 3 markers. So let's begin. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, okay. These actually look really good all together. They look like they could be like an actual, you know, group. That's cute. So we've got number 75, dark blue light, I mean. And then we've got number 89, pale purple. And then we've got number 1, wine red, which is probably one of my favorite colors in this whole set, actually. And I've got a little swatch sheet here for you guys to have a look. I'm just gonna put this away. All right, so 75 is this one right here. It's beautiful, a beautiful color. It's like a little pastel purple. It's actually almost the color of my nails. And then we've got number 89. It's this bright pink right here. And then number 1, wine red, which is like a beautiful burgundy-ish color right there. I'm gonna be doing this in my sketchbook, by the way, because I don't actually have any marker paper with me here in Portugal. So my sketchbook is good enough. And I've got my little marker backing paper here. I just use this to put it behind the page that I'm working on so it doesn't bleed into the next page. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna test these out over here. So wine red, that is really pretty. I'm just gonna zoom in so you guys can see it. It's a lot more purple in person. It looks a bit dark over here in the camera. A purpley color. Pale purple. I love how it says pale purple, but it's just flat out bright pink. I love it. Whoever names these colors, I mean, see, this should be pale purple, but this is pale purple. That's funny. And this one is dark blue light, so. Okay, so I really like the selection of pens, actually. I'm really happy. So it is easier to blend, supposedly, from darker to lighter, just because you can add more of the light color without, you know, ruining it all. Just kind of seeing what kind of mid-tones we get by blending all of these together. See if we get some cool mid-tones. So yeah, as you see, it's like easier to blend with the lighter colors because they just blend nicer. This wine red seems to be really hard to blend, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of not that surprised because it's a very dark color and it just is kind of a bitch to blend. I am thinking of doing like a really cool like dress, because I feel like this burgundy-ish color, it immediately reminds me of like really cool like Victorian dresses, you know, with like the square scoop neck. I'm realizing now that we don't really have any skin tone colors, so that's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be a nice challenge. I was thinking maybe doing like a beautiful wee lassie, and then she's got a nice pretty dress. I don't know why, but burgundy just immediately makes me think of these really beautiful like Victorian dresses with like all the gold beautiful details, but unfortunately I don't really have any gold colors here, so I think it would also look cool if I did something just like, for some reason I can see like it'd be really cool to do like a braided kind of hair that then is kind of loose at the bottom, if that makes sense. Like this. Don't know. I think I'm feeling the Victorian look a lot more, actually, rather than just like some simple faces, because I feel like that's just kind of a cop-out to actually using the colors to make something up, because I feel like I always do that. I just default to like drawing a portrait of something or someone. I like this pose more. So I'm gonna like go for this sort of drawing idea, and I'm just gonna sketch it out over here. Okay, and now that the sketch is done, I'm going to use my putty eraser and kind of just erase it a little bit, so then I can go in with my Col-Erase pencil, which goes really well with markers, and that's kind of like my marker process. Do this. And then basically I use this to line it, and that's like the final line art sort of. I learned to do this through Erasable. She's an artist on Instagram that I love, and she used to like post her process of using markers and doing works with markers on her Instagram. And I prefer to line drawings when I'm using markers with a pencil rather than with like a marker or fine liner, just because I'm not a huge fan of super strong like line art on my works. So I prefer the softer look that like the pencil gives. Also, if I get something wrong, I can always just sort of like erase it a little bit, so I don't really feel too much pressure during the line work process, which seems to be most of my problems, is like too much pressure when you're doing like really refined work, really detailed work. I just prefer to be a little bit more free and carefree with it. Okay, and with that, the line art is pretty much done. So then what I do is I'm gonna go in with my putty eraser again and just remove all the extra like leftover graphite stuff, and it also lightens the line art layer a little bit. And now it's time to go in with the markers, and I'm quite scared. I feel like I'm gonna ruin it, but so I'm gonna start off with this light blue. It's so awkward every time. I just immediately go in with like a dark color into skin and stuff, like, or to anything, because I'm just so used to building up colors rather than just going immediately with the dark. I just feel so scared. I feel like I've ruined it, you know? So now that she's already looking like an alien, I'm just gonna start shading in the rest of her. So now I'm gonna shade in her dress with this wine red color. And I'm unsure if I should do her hair in pink or make the hair like a combination of two of the colors. And I do wanna try and like make new colors out of the 3 colors that I've got. I think that would be pretty fun, and sort of, I think, the point of the challenge, so. I really do, though, hate like how I can't get like a really fine tip with these, because it's a bullet nib and not like a brush nib, and I'm super used to using brush nibs to make like super fine details like in the hair and stuff. So that's definitely a part of the challenge for me as well. She's giving me such Princess Bubblegum vibes. The pink does like darken a lot after I put it down for a while. Like, look at the difference between this pink and this pink. That's pretty interesting. Markers, am I right, guys? They're crazy. So yeah, this is like the not so fun part where I'm just like literally just shading in and adding colors over and over again, and that's pretty much what Tim is doing. I think it's kind of nearing the extent of what I can actually do with the markers. Like I normally at the end go in with the same pencil and like a black pencil just to kind of give everything just a little bit more dimension, because the markers obviously blend with each other. It's very hard to get some definitive shadows here and there, so okay, and I'm just gonna go in with this pencil and just add some details, or as many details as I can, on top of this marker layer. And then I'll normally just go in with the black pencil like really at the end and just really ram it home with the shadings. So then I just take this regular Faber-Castell Polychromo, which is very worn out as you can see, and I just kind of use this to add like definition to lines and stuff like that here and there, especially in the darkest areas of the drawing, like everything that's shaded with this color. I just kind of go in with this. And with this, I'll always also give like little details to the face that I couldn't manage with the markers, like eyelashes and pupils and stuff like that. Stuff that I basically can't do with markers because they're too thick. It just makes all the difference, to be honest, to me, so. I actually really like how this turned out. Now, I'm just gonna add a little bit of some highlights with my Posca pen. Just some little sparkles here, here, here. Just kind of making everything shine a little. And also going over these bits that I covered up accidentally because I can't draw inside the lines, as we've learned. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this painting. I'm just gonna sign it and that should be all. And so I'm just gonna sign it with a random biro I've got here. There we go. There we go. That's her. That's our girl. This is what I came up with using these three markers right here. Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. I really enjoyed the selection of colors. I might actually do some other drawings with, you know, this actual combination of colors because I really enjoyed it. And I really liked doing something with a different kind of skin tone. I think that was really interesting. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.